Hello and welcome to the Fishing Guide Podcast. What can I say? We are on location. That's right. We have some special guests with us, but we're at Dry Creek Marine, which is here in Decatur, Alabama. Alabama, God's greatest state. That's all I can say. It's the best one there is. Do you agree with me?
That's true. It's definitely around a lot of good fishing areas for sure.
That's right. That's what I like about it. So we have Briana Tucker's here. She fishes the Toyota Series Major League Fishing events, and we have Alan. And Alan's here because he's going to talk about some of the high school fishing events that's here, and he's actually won BFL on Wheeler. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about the fishing, about some of the things that they're having with the high school kids here. So. We'll start with you, Briana. What do you think? We're at home. We're at your house. So tell me about the fishing here. Is it good?
The fishing's been really good. Wheelers lately kind of got the grass back. That was a big thing. You know, we used to have a lot of grass, a lot of hydrilla,
right,
a lot of milfoil, and for a few years that was on the decline. There was no grass to be found. The only grass around Wheeler Lake was like on the bank.
Right.
So that came back. The fishing's been really hot. It's been really good. There's been a lot of like heavy bags taken to win tournaments here recently.
Really?
It's kind of dropped off a little bit because of the heat and a few other factors, but
right,
for the most part, it's been pretty amazing.
And they have night tournaments all the way through the summer, huh?
They do. The Tuesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, like it's fishing all the time.
I've seen you. You have some great big old fish in those.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's taken a lot to get used to with all the bugs and you can't see anything, but you know.
So you've been going home with lots of coins?
Here and there. The competition around here is pretty tough.
Yeah, it is pretty tough, isn't it? Let's talk about the high school anglers and stuff. So your son fishes in that, and you were the boat captain for him, is that right?
We switch it up. We switch it up.
Yep. So then he gets to go in your big old Falcon, right?
Yeah, we kind of fight over who takes who, so.
I gotcha. So tell us about high school fishing. They're having a lot of events here, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a new one coming. It's called Basstix. They started in Mississippi, and that's what we first went to fish when they had a tournament on Pickwick. And our kids won like a $80,000 scholarship that week there. And then when they went down to the state championship, they won a $90,000 scholarship down there. And so we tried to get Basstix here in Alabama. And so now they've created a trail in Alabama. So next year, the state tournament is going to be here on Wheeler Lake. And then the national championship is going to be on Pickwick. And they've coming out with a big announcement that I can't say yet, but it's bigger than any other high school organization in America with the announcement that's coming with what they're about to be able to give away. So Basstix is one of those organizations that there's no comparison to what they give away as far as the scholarships and the money too. But we fish Bass Nation and MLF too. We fish as much as we can.
And so Richard Parker, he's actually the tournament director for that. And actually, Briana and I will be down at Ross Barnett, and they're going to have a high school tournament there when we're down there, and we're going to be checking it out. But you can check them out online right there. So how good is your son? Has he done real well in those tournaments? Has he got some scholarship money?
He's won 3 scholarships total. He's won the Basstix Mississippi. We fished the first 2 of those,
right?
And he won both of those, one on Pickwick and one on Ross Barnett. And then they had 2 in Alabama, and he won both of those. Those didn't have as many boats in them,
right?
But he won the one on Wilson and the one on Pickwick of the first 2 Alabama ones. So he's had a good year, to say the least. He won 1 scholarship to Kentucky Christian, and another one to Simpson College, and then he won another just a dollar amount scholarship to go anywhere, you know. But yeah, he's had a good year.
So Simpson College out in California.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, if he goes out there to Clear Lake, he may not come back
because he loves spotted bass too.
Yeah, that's the spotted bass and Clear Lake. Yeah. That's pretty famous reservoir out there. But you have great reservoirs that are here. So she talked about the grass dying. So is your son a big power fisherman?
He likes to fish shallow. That's why he wanted to go with her to Ross Barnett. He didn't want me going because I'm an offshore guy. And
I got
he
you.
likes to frog and flip and that sort of thing. But
she's a big stick girl.
oh yeah,
My boat stays in like 6 foot or less.
Right. You don't even need electronics, do you?
I don't.
No.
No.
No. Yeah. There wasn't that sponsorship. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
But so offshore, so and tell them a little bit about how they hook up. How do they come up in high school fishing? How do they know who they're going to go with? Is it a draw, or how does that work?
Most of the dads typically want to carry their kid, you know, and then we kind of do it the way we do. We have what's called Alabama Bass Academy. We have kids on our team that we kind of select who the strong points of those kids, depending on what lake we go to.
Right.
Depending on what lake we go to is what kids we put with who, so that they have the best chance of winning. And so we've got some kids that are better frog fishermen. Some can't some can't catch them on frog. Some can't flip. My son just happens to love to flip and frog, and he asked to Noah Caruth is who his partner was in that one, and he specifically asked for him to fish with him because he said, Noah's good with a frog, I can go flip, and that's what we're going to do. And so the thing about them is he's got 2 monitors in his room that he studies 24/7. He's got YouTube. You know, they got so much more information now, and he studies it. And so he, you know, at Ross Barnett, he told me there was no need of me coming because they were fishing shallow.
Right.
So,
is there a fee for them when they enter these tournaments?
The Bass Tactics is $80 a boat. But they win cash. Like this year, altogether, he's won over $10,000 with everything that he's won cash.
Right.
And Bass Tactics, it's over $1,000 cash and prizes at every tournament. And then in the state tournament and the national championships, they give more than that. But they're actually allowed to get cash now. And so like in the Bassmaster Opens, he qualified for the Bassmaster High School National Championship at an open at Smith Lake. And so in that one, I think they won like $500 or $600 in it. So they're actually winning money on top of scholarships because some kids will never go to college, you know, so at least they're getting something out of it.
You have a little history when you were younger. Of course, you're not even that old yet. But,
I know, right?
But, I mean, you are
it
older.
Wasn't that long ago.
I mean, they're high school kids anywhere.
Right.
But you did good in a Timmy Horton event. Tell them about that.
Yeah, it was out on Pickwick, and we fished shallow. So it was a really good time. It feels like forever ago, honestly.
What did you win? Tell them what you won.
I won just scholarship money and some rods, some reels.
You won the tournament, though, did you not?
Yes, sir. I won the tournament. I think I had big fish, too. I had like a 7-something.
Wow.
So that was a lot of fun.
Wow. And you got to meet Timmy Horton.
Yeah, I got to meet Timmy Horton.
And you always have that anyway. So we're at Dry Creek Marine, and the reason why we're here and the reason why we're outside is this is a brand new facility, and we just kind of popped up in here. But you're here also because, tell them about the boats. Tell them.
Yeah, this is Dry Creek Marine's new facility. They literally have been open for like 4 days now. They carry Falcon boats, and that's what I run as a Falcon. I got my Falcon from them, and they've been like really supportive of me. The customer service is like outstanding.
So is this your second year with the Falcon? Or?
This is my first year. I've actually had it for like, I don't know, 4 months now.
People can see you on like Instagram and stuff with your new one, can't you?
Yeah, for sure.
How old is it? How old's your boat? A month? 2?
Like 4 months.
Oh, 4 months.
Old,
it's older. Yeah. Jesus. They grow fast, don't they? Oh, kids grow fast. Boats seem to grow older real fast too. But so you've had it. Have you won a tournament out of it? Have you won money out of it?
No, I haven't won any money out of it yet.
You need to go fishing more, though.
I know.
That's the deal there.
I know. As many scratches as it has, you'd think I'd go every day.
We've about got our whole team with Falcons now. I've got one ordered. Right. She has one, and then actually the boat that she won, that they won the Mississippi State Championship out of, they were in a Falcon in that boat, in that tournament.
Are they running maybe a Suzuki engine?
Yeah, that's what mine is.
I'm just
that's
guessing.
what mine is, yeah.
You know, I'm just
the Suzuki on the back.
But you're actually on the pro staff for Suzuki,
yes, sir.
Are you
the
not?
Pro team, yes, sir.
So, you know, we went to Red Crest, Major League Fishing Red Crest, and you had to work some of the booths, didn't you?
That is true. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun. Did you get to meet any of your heroes? Do you still have heroes? I mean,
I do.
Where you live here, there's like legends that live here.
I do, and I guess the good thing about it now is like traveling to the tournaments, going to work Red Crest. They kind of become like more your friends, more your buddies.
Right.
You know.
Yep. So tell me some more. Tell us about the facilities they have here on Wheeler Lake.
So Ingalls is probably the best ramp and best facilities in the country. They built the pavilion there. We just had the Fishers of Men Legacy National Championship that we just fished this past weekend. And they had the pavilion. It fit everybody in it. We ate in there. Everybody was there. And then, of course, for the weigh-in, the stage is set up there. And, you know, even a 200-boat tournament, we've got 10 boat slips to load in. So 200 boats can actually tie up, and that's one of the few facilities in the country that you can do that.
And it's well lit too, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's amazing, like how clean they keep it. Like you never see any trash or anything. Everybody picks up after themselves. It's really nice.
So big tournaments are definitely welcomed here. So tell us a little bit about the fishing here. So she talked a little bit about the grass, but you're a little older. Tell us.
Yeah.
The cycle Decatur flats, right?
Yes, remember the flats. It's come in and out, and just like in the BFL, I felt like that day that I could go anywhere I wanted to go and catch 50 fish, but you weren't going to catch the quality. And when we came in, everybody was talking about how many fish they caught. You heard everybody saying, "Hey, we caught 50 or whatever." Of course, that was in April, but we got hydrilla back. And we just got it back, really started coming back good last year. Last year was really good for numbers, but it was a lot of 3.5 pound fish. This year, there's been at least, on weekend tournaments, at least 7 or 8 bags weighed in over 25 pounds. We had a bag one day of 23 pounds, and I thought we got it won. Somebody weighed in 29. So we had another tournament. We had 23 pounds, and I was like, "Oh, we got this one won." And it was the day after the ABT,
right?
And somebody comes in with 25. So it's been unbelievable.
When was that non-call? Like 2 months ago?
Yeah, there was a 9 called on Tuesday night.
Oh wow!
We changed everything to 3 fish after June.
Right.
And the night we went to a 3-fish tournament, it took 19.5 pounds with 3 fish.
Wow.
So it's gotten a lot better, but TVA's killed a lot of the grass, or somebody's killed the grass. TVA says it's not them, but the grass is starting to die.
Sore subject.
So there's not a lot of hydrilla, but we have broom grass, so we still have grass and eelgrass. But that's hurt a little bit.
Is that offshore grass? So it runs deeper, like 12 to 8 foot?
8 foot. This year they kept the water really down, so the 8-foot ditches out there are completely almost topped out now. But there's still a lot of eelgrass and bank grass that comes off from the bank.
Right.
Anywhere you get less than 4 foot of water is going to be full of grass.
Oh.
And some of it's starting to mat up now. Last year it matted really well. We did a lot of frog fishing last year, but this year we don't have a lot of mats.
So if someone was coming here, Briana, what do they need to know? If they're coming here, let's say from Arkansas or from Missouri or someplace, what do they need to know about the TVA lake that's right here?
I mean, it's really not that difficult. Definitely follow your maps, because there's a lot of places out here. If you run over, bad things happen. But pretty much once you find them out in the grass, they're in like little wolf packs, kind of schooled up.
Right.
So you just have to cover a lot of water and watch the shad and watch the bait and kind of see what's going on. A lot of the fish right now, you can actually locate them by just looking at the top of the water, because they'll show themselves.
Right. So Pickwick has a lot of ledges. Does Wheeler have a lot of ledges?
You don't. My general rule that I tell people on Wheeler is never fish over 5 foot deep.
Right.
You can catch them downriver deeper, no question, but you're typically not going to win anything doing that. Most of the time, the fish are going to be shallower, and we don't have a lot of great ledge fishing like Pickwick does.
Right. And how about below the dam? I mean,
well, I didn't want to bring that up because I don't want people going there, but yes, the dam. if you
I have fished there before.
So, I'll tell you a quick story. Last year, a buddy of mine, we were going to fish this tournament, and we won't drive to the dam unless it's like $2,000 or more, because it's a 47-mile run there, 47-mile run back.
Right.
And we head up, and there's 2 boats in front of us, and I see one of them when I get to Ditto, and then I thought I saw the other one, and I told him, I said, we may have 30 pounds today. I said, nobody's up here.
Right.
Well, I get there, and one of the boats is exactly where we needed to be, and sure enough, they caught 30 pounds.
Wow.
That's the problem with the dam, is there's a handful of places you can catch them. If there's a bunch of people up there and it gets crowded, it makes it tough, and it's a big gamble.
Yeah. I think the last time I fished there, name dropping, Cameron Gautney took me up there, and we probably had 30 pounds.
Yeah.
But that was all good because we were just taking pictures of them and stuff.
Yeah.
But amazing reservoir that's in there. So I tell you what, that takes us to Tackle Time. Tackle Time sponsored by PICO Lures. And they have a complete line of hard and soft bait. So you can check them out online at picolures.com. Briana, if they want to check out more about what you're doing, all those big fish I keep seeing on Instagram, and probably those Wednesday night tournaments, you're holding them up.
Yeah, the Tuesday night stats. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Briana Tucker Fishing, and I'm also on TikTok now at Briana Tucker Fishing. So.
All right. Well, that makes it easy enough. Alan, if they wanted to check out maybe some of that high school stuff that's going on, or maybe your son, where would they go?
So my son is Lake J Fishing. He's on Instagram, just Lake Johnson on Facebook. And then, of course, Bass Tactics. We have a website for Alabama, one for Mississippi. Right. And, of course, on Facebook, you can find all of our schedules and upcoming events for Bass Tactics. Like I said, pretty soon there's going to be a pretty big announcement coming about that.
Hey, you can slip it in here.
I can't. I beg
Richard said, yeah, go ahead.
We had a meeting with Jasper County schools last week, and
good.
He went to announce it, and he never would say it. And I was like, well, you can just go ahead and say it, and he wouldn't. It's just hints, but it's coming. Right. It's going to be the biggest giveaway ever in high school fishing. I promise you that. It's
pretty cool. That's all I got to say. Well, that ends our show. Of course, here we are in Alabama. Excited to be here. We're going to have some more of these little pop-up videos that we got going, but appreciate you being at the show. Like I always like to end the show, make sure you keep your hook sharp and your lures in the water.